Welcome everybody. I see a lot of names logging in from all across the UK and Europe. And you guys probably recognize the voice. This is Blake Mallon, co-founder and CMO, currently dialed in from our Beverly Hills office here in beautiful California, having just got back in town late last night from a truly amazing, inspiring, and I think the best word is historic weekend out there in Madrid for our very first ever National Success Training in Europe. A sincere thank you to all of the promoters from all 10 different countries that were represented there in the room this weekend for making the trip out. Your guys' enthusiasm was contagious. And I know it was an awesome beginning. That's what this weekend was, an awesome beginning to what's about to happen all over VI in Europe. So thank you for those of you guys that did make the trek. I know you're hopefully left inspired and empowered and equipped to go out there and grow your VI business. And for those of you guys that weren't able to make it, I'm sure you got the phone calls, saw the Facebook feed flood, and the purpose of today's special webinar is to recap a lot of the key messages and announcements and launches that were rolled out in Madrid this past weekend. So I will do my best. I will say it's very difficult to try to capture all of the emotion, all of the stories, and all of the energy from an event like that. Almost impossible if you're not in the room. But I will do my best to make sure all of the information that you need to grow your VI business in Europe is communicated on the webinar today. So with that, everybody, we're going to go fast. We have a lot to cover. I highly recommend you put yourself in a quiet spot, grab your journal or your diary, your notebook, have it open with a pen in hand, and let's go ahead and dive into the recap from the awesome National Success Training in Madrid this weekend. So we had a chance to really show the challenge in full light. We recognized a lot of our Project 10, I lost it and I built it, had a stage full of people that are already losing weight on the challenge, which is so awesome to see. And we also, for the first time in Europe, had a chance to celebrate our Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge champion. So as you guys know, with the 90-Day Challenge, there's different categories you can submit. So after you stay on the products for 90 days, you can submit your before and your after. And based on your overall transformation, you can enter in a weight loss category, an active fitness category, or even a VI model category. And we had a chance to see some of the entries on stage, some of the regional champions on stage, and even had a chance to hear from some already European National Challenge champions, which was awesome. So my challenge to you guys out there, what are you focused on right now? Are you focused on a Project 10 goal? Are you focused on losing it or building it? Or have you moved on to a Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge goal? Do you have a 90-day weight loss or active fitness or VI model goal that you are working towards? Moving forward, guys, we've simplified the regions for the Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge. We're going to put all of Europe in one region, so that way everybody from all the countries out there in Europe will have a chance to compete to become the top regional challenge champions and then go on to become the national and international challenge champion, which is very exciting. All that is open right now. So as you and your customers do finish your 90 days, make sure you go over to enter.vi.com and make sure you submit your before and after. And every Sunday, guys, between now and the end of summer, you have a chance to go vote for your most inspiring transformations. So you should make that a habit. Every Sunday, make your way to vote.vi.com. Place your vote for some transformations that inspire you. I always recommend sharing those on your Facebook or your social media and urge other people to go vote on Sundays. So make sure you enter when you finish your 90 days and make sure you vote on Sunday. And obviously, guys, that'll go on to become a possible regional champion or an international champion. So we'll be selecting 3 regional champions from Europe every challenge cycle, and one national champion, which is very exciting. And I actually have one of our ambassadors out of the UK on our moderator panel, I believe. And she was there not only as one of our ambassadors and pioneers of the UK, but one of the very first European challenge champions. Do I have Laura Zimmern on the line? Laura, are you out there?
Hey, good evening, Blake. I'm here.
Hey, Laura. It was amazing to see you and your team this weekend. Anything you want to add, just having seen the challenge section rolled out, having seen all the stories, and obviously you being one of the very first European challenge champions. I'd love to hear any comments you have on seeing the challenge full light, full stage this past weekend.
Absolutely. Well, I think going for Challenge Champion from a personal point of view has brought me full circle within the challenge. And, as promoters, and I'm pretty sure we're all promoters on the call this evening, it is so important we're on challenge. And by going through that process of entering to win, going through the voting, rallying people to support me, kept me focused. And I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have stayed as focused had I not had that. So I encourage everyone to enter. Right now we've got 3 amazing categories you can get in at. And just participating in it has been absolutely phenomenal. And get your customers on as well. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to get people results on their challenge. And entering to win definitely keeps you focused, and people are more likely to get those results. So obviously being in Madrid was phenomenal. Seeing all the other success stories on the challenge on stage, hearing the stories just inspired me to come back and keep doing what we're doing right now here in the UK. So phenomenal weekend and great being a part of Challenge Champion.
I love it. Well, thank you, Laura. It was great seeing your story. Congratulations for not only pioneering the way as an ambassador in the UK, but taking the challenge seriously, living the challenge lifestyle, and winning the challenge contest. So for all of you guys out there, take Laura's challenge. She challenged all of you, right? You can enter Project 10. If you focused on losing or building 10 pounds, you enter to win at enter.buy, and obviously you can get your I Lost It t-shirt and help a Project 10 kid. You got the Body by Buy 90-day challenge for transformation, right? So if you want to focus on a 90-day transformation, go to enter.buy at the end of 90 days, and you can enter in weight loss, active fitness, right, or the Buy model. And we get a chance to nominate and recognize regional and national champions every cycle. And voting is now open every Sunday, vote.buy.com. And one of the key messages rolled out this weekend, guys, is a new challenge category, a whole new way to enter to win. For those of you that are really looking at this more as a lifestyle, right? A lot of customers, they join the challenge because maybe they got 10 pounds they want to drop before summer. Right? A lot of people, they do the 90-day because maybe they have a specific goal they want to achieve. But our ultimate goal with the challenge is to help somebody go from whatever their initial goal is to really living what we call the Vi life, which means living a healthy lifestyle really as a habit, not just a short-term goal. And to recognize those people that are really making their way from a short-term goal to a long-term lifestyle, we announced a new category. We call it the Vi Life Challenge, since living the Vi Life means you're living the lifestyle every day. And this is a brand new category where you can enter to win, focused on rewarding those that stay consistent for 12 straight months. So as you can see here on the slide, it's open to any promoters or customers all across Europe. And anybody that stays on auto ship of a challenge kit for 12 consecutive months wins, right? So unlike the Project 10, which is focused on the results, or the Body by Buy 90, which is focused on the result and the community voting, with the Vi Life, everybody who completes wins. So for those of you guys out there that are living the Vi Life, living the challenge lifestyle, and you want to help your customers do the same, let them know that if they stay consistent for 12 months, they'll actually become what we call a Vi Life champion, and they'll get recognized at the end of the 12 months with an I Live It t-shirt and medal, nice certificate and recognition, and there's a variety of rewards, special incentives, offers, and a lot of company-wide recognition for those that are truly living the Vi Life. So now when it comes to the challenge, you truly have a challenge goal for everybody, right? Most people are going to start on Project 10 because that's the simplest conversation, and well, most people have 10 pounds to lose or build. Right? Some people will then move on to the Body by Buy 90 if they have a specific goal or transformation they want to focus on. And ultimately, we want as many of our customers and our promoters truly living the Vi Life and staying consistent year after year after year. So that was message in terms of this weekend, 3 ways to enter to win, all at the same place, enter.buy.com, which was very exciting. Another key message at Madrid this past weekend was all focused on challenge groups, right? So by now you guys have heard of these. I was very impressed to see so many people in the room in Europe. They were already running challenge groups. I'll let you guys know we've been studying the challenge groups out here in North America and Europe ever since this idea was rolled out earlier this year, and it's been exciting to see the growth. I can honestly say every single week since we rolled this out, there has been week over week growth on top of growth in terms of the number of challenge groups running and the number of people participating. Very rare that we ever roll out anything where you see week over week over week over week over week over week consistent growth, which means this model is starting to build some momentum. It means this model is working. while this was rolled out earlier this year, we took the time this weekend in Madrid to make sure all of the resources you need in Europe are translated in all of the local languages. I know this is the English call, so I know a lot of you guys were able to use the resources in English, but we now have all of the different groups resources available for all of the different languages across Europe. So if you go to groups.vi.com, you'll see a new web page posted. You got a brand new playbook that walks you through exactly how to host a challenge group, along with a training video subtitled in all European languages. And obviously all the groups can be posted to challenge.com. So if you're running a challenge group and you haven't posted them to challenge.com, guys, why not? We want to be able to see who's running groups, what's going on, so make sure you post them to challenge.com. There's a group section live if you go to challenge.com on the web. So all those resources are live, and we rolled out a special promotion that's been going on for a couple months here in North America. It is available in Europe called the Summer Challenge Check-In and Win. Guys, here's the reason why. I want you to understand as promoters why we rolled out this special promotion, because it's one of the coolest and easiest promotions to go drive your business. And the bottom line is this. We know that if people just attend challenge groups, they're going to have better results on the challenge, and they're going to stay on challenge longer, period. So if you guys want to have a real bottom line, simple take-home message, the more people you have plugging into a challenge group every week, the better results they're going to get on the challenge, and the longer they're going to stay on the challenge. So with that in mind, we rolled out a special incentive with the Check-In and Win to literally give people free products. It's like handing out free cash for simply showing up to a challenge group. So here's how this works. This is running through summertime, so now through August 30th. Anyone that just attends a challenge group will receive 10 free product points for every single challenge group they check into. They can check into up to one challenge group a week all the way through the end of August. So here's how this works. It's very, very simple. Okay? If you are a director and above, all you have to do when you're hosting your challenge group is go to checkin.challenge.com, the URL you see in front of you, checkin.challenge.com. Right when you start your challenge group, you can go right on your phone, checkin.challenge.com. There's going to be a button that says create a code. When you click the button, it's going to give you a code. Simply give that code out to all the people right there at your challenge group. They then take their phone, go to the exact same URL, checkin.challenge.com, and they enter the code. Very simple. So the host of the challenge group, you have to be a director and above. You go to checkin.challenge.com right at the start of your challenge group, give it out to your participants. They go to the same place. There'll be a place to enter the code. Right when they enter, as long as there are at least 3 people in that challenge group, each person will be immediately assigned 10 free product points. That's like $10 that they can use for future ViSalus product orders. So you guys, this is a no-brainer. You want to make sure you're doing it if you're hosting your challenge groups. And if you're not hosting a challenge groups, here's a special incentive to start hosting and give free product just for showing up. Guys, remember, the more of your customers and promoters that are showing up to a challenge group every week, the better the results they're going to have on the challenge and the longer they're going to stay on the challenge. What does that mean? That means you have more stories. That means you have more volume. That means you make more money. That means we're helping more people. And we're literally bribing people just to show up by giving them $10 every single time they check in. So details, guys, you can find summerchallenge.vi.com. Check it out. Make sure you use that. You know, I have someone on the line that's a big proponent of customers. I know he's an advocate of the challenge group model. Want to have him chime in, one of our pioneering ambassadors and leaders in the UK. Do I have Pete Webb on the line?
Hi, Blake. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Pete. I'd love if you maybe give some perspective on challenge groups, what you're seeing, and any tips you want to give on how to use this check-in and win promotion to drive business out there in Europe.
Absolutely, Blake. In actual fact, we had our challenge group back here at our house on Monday, which was cool after the weekend, and Hilary had the apps all up and did the codes, and everyone typed in their number. So it works great. I mean, it's a great incentive for people to come along to the challenge group, to be consistent, be rewarded for their efforts, and help really create that culture that the challenge groups will create, the fun side of being on the challenge and community. And as we always ultimately say, I think the the person with the biggest number of challenge groups throughout their team in the future will be the biggest owners in the company. So I think challenge groups are really important. I think they're creating the fun and the community that we know the challenge is all about. And going forward, we just need to start them up every city, every town, every continent, every country. We need to get these challenge groups going. And this incentive with this great thing where the company is giving you free product to just turn up to a challenge group, I think it's phenomenal. It's just another sign of what an amazing company we've got, and what an amazing opportunity, and what a great fun way for people to get into shape. Back to you, Blake.
I love it. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. And guys, the more people we have getting on the challenge, the more people we have plugging into challenge groups, the more results they're going to have. And ultimately, the more impact we're going to be able to make through Project 10 Kids. Since every time someone loses 10 pounds, we're able to go support a kid in your local market for 90 days worth of meals, drinks, and snacks. So I want to make sure this is clear, guys. Project 10 Kids is open to all of Europe, which means every promoter across all the markets we're in Europe are able to go out there and align with a charity in your local market. As long as the charity is focused on providing nutrition to kids, they'll likely get approved as one of our official partners. And we went ahead and updated all of the Project 10 Kids marketing in all languages all across Europe. So your number one resource is project10kids.com. So project10kids.com, you'll find all the explanation in all the different languages. From there, you'll learn that, hey, every time someone loses 10 pounds, we make a donation. Or you're able to donate direct, right? If you want to make a product donation to a local charity, the company, Vi, will match every meal for meal to double your impact. We've designed an entire promoter-sponsor playbook in all the languages to help those of you that are passionate about this program and give you some tips and guidance on what you got to do to make the most of it. All this stuff, guys, is live. If you go to project10kids.com, you got details. And we launched a special incentive to really inspire you guys to go create these partnerships all across Europe. It's something that's so big here in North America. We have hundreds of charity partners. We're partnered with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, one of the largest organizations here in North America. It's definitely been something that has been really emotional and really a heartfelt component of our company. And I'd love it if you guys out there in Europe really bring it to Europe. The doors are wide open. So to motivate you to do so, anybody that sets up a new charity partner before the end of September, we'll go ahead and kick off that partnership by sending them 360 free meals right at the beginning. So before we even raise anything, any new charity partner that gets set up and approved, we'll send 360 free meals. That way you and the community can go out there, give them to the kids, make an impact, and really go out there and help our future generations. So guys, all the details live at project10kids.com, available all across Europe. And I challenge you, someone in every market, go find a charity. Go find a charity that aligns with our mission, that helps, and cares about kids. Walk through the process to get them set up, and then we'll go ahead and send those free meals so you can make an impact. So keep that in mind. That is open, and it's on you guys to really grab it and run with it as the community in Europe. So a lot focused on the challenge. Now, one of the highlights there this weekend was also all the recognition. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things to see had to be the Beamer Club. I sat there in the back of the room in Madrid as we saw the Told You So plates in every single language, a stage full of brand new regional directors already broke this year. And guys, it's truly inspiring to see that Beamer Club program now start to take off and literally drive the business all over Europe. So for those of you guys on the line that crossed the stage, congratulations. For those of you that didn't, it's possible, it's possible, it's possible. Set a goal. You can run to regional director. You got people doing it in every country all across Europe. It is possible. Make sure you guys set the goal, get together with your upline support team, make a game plan, and I look forward to seeing you with that Told You So plate very, very soon. We also congratulated a bunch of new national directors on stage. The bonuses are still in play all the way through Vitality. So if you're running the national director, you still have the ability to earn that €3,500 or 3,000 pound bonus, which was very exciting. And there's a picture right there, guys, of a bunch of our new national directors that stood on stage and were awarded those checks. We had a chance to hear their stories. And here's the biggest take-home. So many different people from so many different walks of life, different backgrounds, different education levels, different parts of the world, that all have one thing in common, guys. They set a goal, they brought the desire, they followed the plan, and now they are equity owners in the company. And if they can do it, you can do it. And I know by the time we're all together at our next big event, a lot of you on this line will be crossing that stage as National Director. Speaking of special privileges for National Directors, you guys will want to write this one down. So this past weekend was the very, very first EU NST, which was a historic moment. Well, I want to make sure I invite all of you that coming in autumn of this year, we're going to be doing our very first leadership retreat that is going to be open to all national directors and above in Europe. So it'll be a special event for all national directors and above. We're calling a shareholder retreat. We're going to be getting together with the top of the Europe. It's going to be full of inspiration, some high-level education and training. We're going to have some special news and announcements, really looking at cultivating our next wave of European ambassadors. So I ask you guys, right, are you committed to being in that room at our very first National Director Shareholder Retreat in late autumn? You have time to do it, and I'm going to give you a special incentive to go out there and run for it, okay? All National Directors and above are invited to attend the event, but we're going to be running a special promotion in order to get your trip paid for and a little extra perk. So for anybody that hits National Director for the very first time, or any National Director that breaks a National Director within their team, you're going to get a chance to get your trip paid for and have a special experience. Or if you're a National Director already on the line, you just have to advance your pay rank one rank beyond where you're at right now. So you got 3 ways really to qualify. If you're not a National Director, all you got to do is go National Director. If you are a National Director, all you got to do is break a National Director or advance your rank one rank by the end of September. If you do that, not only are you invited, we're going to give you a travel voucher to cover your travel. We're going to cover your hotel. There's going to be some special mentoring on site, and we're going to have a true ViLife experience, a special experience only for those that qualify. So, guys, we're having a retreat. All National Directors and above are welcome, but here's some special incentives to get part of your trip paid for and have some special perks. I challenge you guys to be in that room later this year when we get together with our top leadership. So we did have a chance to recognize some of the people who are out there doing it, brand new ambassadors, a power couple by way of Canada out there really focused on Poland with Andrzej Radajak and Anya Wozna, brand new ambassadors, had a chance to hear their story, which was very, very inspiring. And we recognize brand new ambassador Ella Tarasko out of Poland. Poland absolutely on fire. So very, very, very exciting for all the different ambassadors. Laura, I know you're on the panel right there. You had a chance to see these stories, and you had a chance to see all the new RDs and NDs and the new ambassadors. What message do you have for everybody that was either in the seats or everybody that's on this line, having heard all these stories of what's possible?
Well, I think just being there this weekend and seeing all these different nationalities come together and recognize that, you know, the challenge works everywhere. It works here in the UK, it's working in Poland, that we have an amazing, amazing opportunity right now, and we are at the front of the wave. If you don't feel that or get that level of excitement, guys, believe me, we are at the start of a massive wave, and we are the pioneers here in Europe. You know, you mentioned pioneers in the UK, but we're all here in Europe, and just seeing all these new ranks come through. And I think for me, something was very significant in seeing the national directors, seeing those equity owners. Those are business partners, and their success is our success. And it was it was an extraordinary feeling of unity this weekend, like I've never felt before. I've always come back from events with a different kind of energy, but that was so exciting, seeing new countries open, new success stories come through, and it just sent me home with the message, guys, this is the time to go. So my message to you right now, whether you're just joining the business today, you're in a little while, is link arms with your upline, set a goal for Vitality. Vitality is in October. I believe everybody on the line can run to Vitality and hit their rank, whatever that rank goal is. I'd make my rank MD, to be honest with you. I think that's what we should all be aiming for. But with new products and all these countries open, we have it wide open to go and have some fun developing this right now. So back to you, Blake.
I love it, Laura, and I think I agree. The biggest message is it's possible. It's a message of possibility, guys. So many different people, different languages, different cultures, different parts of the world, different backgrounds, but they're all making it happen. And if they can do it, then you can do it. That's what this is about. We also recognize all our income earners. So as you guys know, we give away special big recognition and the ability to wear the income earner pendants at $100,000, $250,000, $500,000, and $1 million earners. And we did have a variety of new income earners recognized on stage. And in my opinion, my favorite recognition was standing there on stage this weekend and being able to give the I Own It hats and the equity certificates to our very, very first European shareholders. So by now, you guys all know that we have our Founders Equity Incentive Plan open. It's running this year 3%, next year 3%. And you got to look at the calendar. We're halfway through this year, which means you're halfway through, guys, the very first equity earning opportunity. We're 1 quarter through the entire Founders Equity Incentive Plan. When it's gone, it's gone. When you earn it, you own it for life. And every one of you guys should be focused on running this. It's truly an opportunity for you to focus your effort now. Put in the time now. Dig deep now. Create the urgency now and earn something, guys, that can literally pay dividends for the rest of your life and then your children's lives. We're talking legacy income. And the people are already doing it. And if they're already doing it and these people are on the stage as shareholders, it is possible. You guys have time out there, but you got to focus. This isn't something that will happen on its own. You're not going to stumble your way to national director. You're not going to accidentally get there. You have to be intentional. It has to be a goal. It has to be something you declare. It has to be something you want. It has to be something you're willing to do the work to get. And I promise you, if you're willing and you do it, guys, you will get it. It is possible, and it is worth it. One of those shareholders I know we have on the line, not only is he one of the first shareholders, one of our top leaders, but had a bunch of people in his team that were also on that stage. And I believe I have Steve Mitchell on my panel out here. Steve, anything you want to add when it comes to the event this weekend and the shareholder opportunity and everything that happened on stage?
It was an incredible weekend for so many reasons. So much of the lessons we've learned and the information we got from the weekend, from all the family, the Vi family coming together, the excitement, the announcements, and everything else. Focusing particularly on the equity, I just hear you talk about it. And my friend, you can keep sharing Founders Equity, that story to me every time. I just get goosebumps thinking I've got an opportunity here, as does everyone that's dialing into this webinar now, has the opportunity to get ownership, to get shares in this company. They don't buy them, they earn them. They work for them. They don't have to pay for them. They just have to put some sweat equity in to get some share equity in this company. And I saw when you mentioned about that ND retreat, my mind, Blake, was going through the idea of simply, if everybody just starts with the end in mind, in other words, like Lara said, focus on being at that ND retreat before vitality. Start with being, you're going to be a stockholder, you're going to be a shareholder, you're going to be an equity holder in this company, and you're going to do that to make sure you're at that retreat, that leadership retreat, learning from Vi millionaires, having fun, all of us coming together. Now, to do that, you've got to work backwards. You've got to work back. What will you do in the next 90 days? What will you do in the next 60 and 30 days? And as we all know, Blake, we are a week-to-week business. So we've got to focus on simple actions. Everybody, simple actions to get to that ND position. Why? For exact reason, they're going to end up, all of us are going to end up as equity partners, shareholders in this company. So excited, my friend. I really am. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve, and great advice, guys. There's a reason Steve was on that stage as one of our top promoters, as a shareholder, and that he had a bunch of people in his team on that stage this weekend. It's because he focuses on the things that work. He used the term end in mind. I'll tell you guys a quick story. First time I started making money in this industry, probably close to 15, 14 years ago, I went out there and I bought my first BMW, first nice car I ever bought. There's a reason we have a BMW program. And people would always ask me what Enderman was because my license plate said ENDNMND, which stands for end in mind, the term that Steve just said, and I agree completely, guys, with that advice. You have to have the end in mind, and it goes back to goal setting. So you got Founders Equity on the table. You got a shareholder retreat coming up, the first ever, right, later this year. And you got people, guys, that are making it happen. You know it's possible, and you got everything around you in order to make the run. Have you declared a goal? Have you really gone out there and drew your line in the sand and said, I'm going to be a shareholder. I'm going to be a shareholder by this date. Set the date. If I asked you right now what date it was, would you be able to answer the question for me? Does your upline know? Does your upline ambassadors and national directors know so they can hold you accountable? And have you work backwards to go out there and create that goal so you know exactly what you need to do next month, exactly what you need to do this month. Guys, this business is about simple things, setting goals, putting together a strategy, applying massive action, but it starts with that goal. Now we're going to make your life easier here because by now I'm sure you already heard that we launched a brand new, I can't even say product because we actually launched 3 new products all across Europe this weekend, that if you guys get this, and you immediately implement this, you're going to see an instant spike in your growth, in your team, and in your income. So by now, hopefully you guys heard the exciting news that we did launch this weekend Crunch all across Europe in 8 different markets. So you see it here. All across all the different markets across Europe, except for Italy and Poland, which start shipping in September. So the 2 newest markets with Italy and Poland will start shipping in September, but Crunch is immediately available in all the rest of the markets you see on the flags here in the lower left. So we did launch our brand new protein super cereal, not just Crunch in the large packet or large pouch, guys, 12 servings, but also the individual servings as well, which are great for on the go, putting in your backpack, right, carrying with you as you travel. We also launched the fusions, the macadamia nut granola and the tri-berry puff. So 3 new products that got rolled out in Europe. And you guys as the UK, personally, I think you're going to benefit the most out there, for those of you that are in the UK, because you guys have a lot of customers that have tried the shake, a lot of customers that have gotten great results, and maybe you've had a lot of customers that have gone on and off a challenge, a lot of conversations you had. Now you have a brand new conversation, a brand new product to go back to all of those people that you've already talked to. It's like having a brand new list all over again when you launch a brand new product. Pretty easy to understand Crunch because you guys are so used to promoting the shake. We have an amazing Vi-shaped shake. You guys know the benefits of that. And it's easy to be able to understand that all of the benefits that you find in the shake are also in the flake, right? So it's basically the shake in a flake, but I will tell you, it's the shake in a flake plus. What I mean by that is the Crunch actually is a superior formula. It has superior nutrition. It's a new product, so we wanted to make sure that we improved upon even what we already have. So you literally have 17 vitamins and minerals in the bowl. You got enough protein that's the equivalent of having like 2 eggs in the bowl, a full banana when it comes to fiber. So you truly have, guys, what in my opinion is the most nutritious meal that most people will have of the day right there in a simple, easy-to-eat format of cereal. And let's be honest, who doesn't love cereal? I think everybody loves eating cereal, not only for breakfast, but for every single time of the day. So let's cover some of the things we talked about this weekend and what you want to know in promoting Crunch. The 2 things you want to highlight are the protein and the fiber. And the reason I say that is we did our diligence, and there's really no competition. Guys, we just launched a product in Europe where there is literally no competition. And I say that because there is no product out there that really competes in this category that is truly a super cereal. You have cereals out there that are cheap, high in sugar, don't have protein, don't have fiber. You have some of the healthier, more expensive cereals that maybe have one. They might have some protein or some fiber, but you're not going to find anything on your store shelves to truly pack the punch that Crunch does. So you have a category creator, right? You have what we call in marketing a blue ocean, meaning there's nobody out there that really competes. If you create the value and promote this correctly, you truly have a unique conversation to have with everybody across Europe. So when it comes to the protein, we call it Physorb. You know in the shake we have Trizorb, which is a proprietary 3-protein blend. Well, in Crunch we have Physorb, which is a proprietary 5-protein blend. You got 2 types of whey. You got brown rice, oat bran, and whole oats in terms of protein sources. 12 grams, non-GMO. Amazing that we got that type of protein and the quality of protein all inside a cereal format. Now I said protein plus fiber, right? So you also have a full serving of fiber, which helps with digestion and hunger control. Very important for people looking to lose weight and get fit. We also used a different sweetening system inside the Crunch. This is an all-natural sugar from brown rice syrup and only 3 grams, guys, which when you look at what people are used to from a quote-unquote cereal, most of the things we feed our kids or the cereals we grew up on are chock full of sugar, very little nutritional value. Here you got protein, fiber, less than 3 grams of sugar, definitely unique, right? And I'll highlight here, guys, real quick. This weekend we had a chance to hear from Dr. Seidman. Maybe we'll cut that video so we can get it out to all of you guys. He did a great job going through the science that goes into this product. But I'll let you know that it is a different protein and a different sweetener than the shake. And the reason I highlight that is because now you truly have something for everybody. The shake is an amazing product. Obviously, we've helped millions of people lose tens of millions of pounds. All of you guys have had your testimonies. We know it's an amazing product that works, that tastes good, that's affordable. But we also know that if you promote the shake long enough, you find certain people that for whatever reason they want this protein instead of that protein, or this sweetener instead of that sweetener, and they read something on the internet or they had a conversation with somebody. Everybody has their own opinion, right? And sometimes those opinions are hard to argue with if their mind is set. So now you have an option that is really for everybody. If they want a different protein than the shake, you offer them the flake. If they want a different sweetener than the shake, you offer them the flake. So between the two different products, you really have a conversation that can help everybody. And if you guys get that, you're literally going to double your sales because you're able to go out there and provide options for every question someone has. So here's your summary of Vi-Crunch. When I say the healthiest meal of the day, I'm not joking. You got your 12 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, 17 vitamins and minerals, only 3 grams of sugar. Suitable for vegetarians, kosher certified, with none of the artificial stuff. No artificial colors or flavors or preservatives. It's no wheat gluten, non-GMO, good for kids. Guys, it is literally everything you need to kick off your day the right way, in a bowl, in a cereal format that everybody loves to eat. I expect this to be a massive launch all across Europe. And for those of you that move on this isn't going to sell itself. It's not automatically going to get in your customers' hands. You got to be intentional about it. But for those of you guys that grab this, get educated here, and immediately hit the phones, immediately start to promote, immediately start adding this to your challenge parties, your challenge groups, you're going to see results. So Vi-Crunch is live, and when it comes to the fusions, you have additional health boosts. So the macadamia is amazing for chocolate lovers, one of my favorite products. I mix it in my Vi-Crunch all the time. I also eat it as its own snack. I think it's a great snack. And it also helps satisfy hunger. So if you have people that are used to bigger appetites, you might want to urge them to mix their Vi-Crunch with their macadamia. And then the Tri-Berry also adds a fruity flavor. So if people like sweet or like fruit, you mix those in, and that has additional phytonutrient benefits. So amazing new product. I'm going to go ahead and pause and hear from my panel here. We'll hear from all three of them on Vi-Crunch, since they had a chance to learn this weekend from the doctor and have had a chance to figure out how they're going to bring this to the market. Let's go ahead and we'll start with Pete, then go to Laura, then go to Steve. Anything you guys want to add on tips on how we can take this product and immediately go out there to generate sales and income in the group? Mr. Webb, what do you have to say?
Absolutely, but of course you've summed it up greatly there. But yeah, it does give people choice. And for those that have been on the challenge for, since the UK launched a couple of years ago, I still love my shake. I get grumpy when it's finished. Actually, I love the Hillary's exactly the same. But there's a lot of people that variety of now the crunch and the fusions, gives them some alternative where they can say, great, I can now add the crunch to my challenge and get that variety that's needed. As far as new people, like you say, we now can give them a choice. I love the fact that this company's ultimate goal is to fight obesity, and we're going to be the #1 healthy fast food company in the world. And this is a great step forward in that, giving people an opportunity to be able to crunch their challenge, to be able to, to be able to have the same nutritional power that's in the shake in a bowl. It's just giving more options that allows us to attract more customers, new customers, bring back old customers before so they can try something new. I think it's really powerful. Everyone needs to jump on it, get behind it, and let everyone know about this fantastic product. Back to you, Blake.
Awesome. Thank you, Pete. Laura, anything to add?
Oh, well, first of all, it tastes awesome. I absolutely love it. I came back with my suitcase stuffed to the brim with samples. And first thing I'd say is get people tasting it. I was at a breakfast meeting this morning. Everyone got to try this product. Doing my challenge group tomorrow morning, and everybody knows that they're coming and they're going to be trying this. So, get it into people's mouths as soon as possible, and as Pete said, get them upgraded into the fuel kit or getting them adding it to their auto ship. And I've definitely been very focused this week on speaking to my existing customers, making them aware that it's out, that it's here, it's ready to try. And old customers, people who, maybe they still taking shake, or they've had too much shake and they want to try something different now. So it is such a great engagement tool, a re-engagement tool. I just say to you guys, everybody on the line, if you haven't ordered it, order it now. When this ends, go upgrade to your fuel kit or get a fuel kit on order. You've got to try it. You've got to get people trying it to see how much they love it. And I just think it's extraordinary. I've got 3 young children, and one of them's a bit picky. He's been having it as his afternoon snack coming back from school, and he's a different child by bedtime. So from a personal point of view, I'm already seeing the impact on myself and my family. So over to Steve Mitchell.
Thank you. Blake, what I would add is if you'd asked me to speak probably about 35 minutes ago, you wouldn't have got a word out of me, because I'm going to confess, I was on my 3rd bowl of the day. I love it. So I tell you what it is, Blake. I don't have an overly sweet tooth. I'm much more into savory things. So for me, this is a really nice balance. I like the fact it's a more natural tasting product in the sweetness of it. And I just love it, absolutely love it. So I'm just going to be buying a load anyway. You won't have to sell anyway. As a tip, perhaps, just to throw into helping people, I know you're going to talk more about sample packs in a moment. I won't come to that right now. But sampling products is definitely the way. We can talk about these products all day long. We can give people literature, send them to really sexy websites. But you know the best way? Get a bowl in their hand, get them tasting the product. So sampling is the way forward. Sampling is the way to get customers on this product, because when they taste it, just like me, they're not going to want 1 bowl. They're going to want 2 or 3 bowls. Back to you, Blake.
I love it. Great tips from some of our ambassadors out there. And I think it's worth mentioning, guys, that they say all the best things are made in Italy, and ViCrunch is now being manufactured right there in Italy, in Europe. And I only reference that so you guys know our commitment to not only the UK but all over Europe. We're not only building out the management teams out there, we're building out the infrastructure, now we're building out our manufacturing. We are committed to bringing the Vi mission all across Europe and continuing to invest, right, millions and millions of dollars to support you guys and your businesses and the advantage you have and the opportunity you have to really bring Vi and everything we stand for to your local countries. So kind of an exciting thing for all of us. And I think the key thing, guys, is we have an exciting opportunity, right? More people eat cereal than they do drink shakes. Fact. It's a bigger market opportunity, which means more people out there, guys, are going to be prone to, hey, I'll give this a try. The shake is an amazing product. You want to continue to promote it. It's not one or the other. The key where we're going is options. We want to provide options, different strokes for different folks. If you have options, you're going to be able to reach a broader market out there. Variety is key, right? So for a lot of people, they're going to end up getting both. We'll talk about that in a minute. But variety, right, the more people that have variety with what they consume every day, well, the longer they're going to stay on the challenge, which means the more results they're going to have, which means the better story they're going to tell, which means the more volume and more income you're going to make, right? And all that comes with the options that ViCrunch is bringing to the table. So very exciting, but the big thing is, guys, it's not going to sell itself. It's not going to have an immediate impact unless you're intentional about it. So make some goals. How are you going to take this launch and immediately, and I use that term intentionally, immediately implement this in your business? Personally, I'd look at it like you have a whole new list. Everybody that you introduced the shake to, whether they said yes or no or maybe or call me later, you know, have a reason to give them a call later because they have an entire new product. How many times have you had somebody just say, hey, I love the shakes, I love them, but I just felt like I needed to chew on something, right? If you drink shakes for long enough, sometimes you just feel like you want to chew on something. Well, now you have that option for those customers as well that love the shake but want variety when it comes to their daily regimen on the challenge. And you got to immediately implement this into your system. So every challenge party moving forward, you better be sampling your crunch. Every challenge group moving forward, you better be sampling your crunch. Every active customer and promoter in your team, right? They weren't all in the room this weekend. All the customers and promoters were not in the room. They probably don't even know that crunch is available, which means you got to have a plan with you and your team to go call all of your existing and past customers and promoters and make sure they're aware they now have the option for crunch. Get them to try it. We know if they try it, they're going to love it. So let's talk about how. A couple different options, guys. You have crunch available now in all those markets a la carte. Like I said earlier, you got the 12-serving pouch. Here's your pricing, 39 pounds, 49 euro. You also have the 6 single-serve packets, great for on the go and great for sampling, at 19 and 24. The Vi-Crunch Fusions, you got 6 serving pouches at €6.07 there on the table. All of this is 100% BV and 100% QV and 85% BV when it comes toward commissioning. Guys, I'll point out that this is priced for the customer. Very competitive pricing. Actually, I'll tell you that it's less expensive or cheaper than here in North America. We wanted to make sure we believe in the product, we believe in the market, we believe there's a lot of people that will benefit. We want to make sure it's priced affordable so people can go out there and really give this a shot because we know they're going to love it. Now, we know you can sell a la carte, but in this business, we don't sell a lot of a la carte products, right? In this business, we've been trained to promote challenge kits. So not only did we launch Crunch this weekend, but also immediately available as a brand new fuel kit that includes both the shake and the flake. Brand new fuel kit for 99 pounds, €140, which comes with 1 pouch of shake, that's the 30 servings, 2 pouches of the Crunch, so that's 2 12-serving pouches, 24 servings, 1 of each of the fusions and flavor mix-ins. In my opinion, guys, this is going to become the fastest and most popular challenge kit. How do I know that? Well, I have a crystal ball called North America, meaning when we launched this in North America, it immediately became the #1 most popular, fastest growing kit. Why? Variety, right? Now someone has the ability to have both the shake and the flake throughout the day, more variety, they stay on it longer, better results, and great volume for you guys promoting. I would expect this to become the fastest growing kit in Europe if you as leaders, as promoters, immediately jump on this. Now, for those of you guys in the UK, you know you've had something called a boost kit. The rest of Europe also had something called a boost fuel kit. So we want to make sure we simplify the names of all of these kits all across the world. So for those that were in the EU, that's outside the UK, that had a fuel kit previously that came with the shake and the cookies, that is now called a boost kit across the world. So everything that comes with the shake and the cookies across the world is called a boost kit, and everything that comes with the Crunch and the shake is called a fuel kit. Same kits, same prices, different names. I don't think there's a change really there for the UK other than you're adding a fuel kit, but for the rest of Europe, I want to make sure it's known that what was formerly the fuel kit is now a boost kit, and the fuel kit is the same all across Europe. So you'll see this updated everywhere, so you'll see all the options that are available, the shape, the fuel, the boost, and the transformation. In all your applications, on all of your online joins, all over the place. And guys, we have all the marketing done to support this in all the languages live at crunch.vi.com. So crunch.vi.com, you can print off the FAQs and the information sheets. There's also videos that we did in the local markets. We got videos done for the UK and UK accents. All of that is there at crunch.vi.com. Matter of fact, I challenge all of you to make your way to crunch.vi.com, find that video, and share that video across your social today if you haven't. Let's create a lot of awareness that we have a brand new product and we're ready to bring it to the market with a bang, guys. We're excited about it. Hopefully you are as well. Now, you heard Steve mention something very key earlier. He mentioned sampling. I agree. Guys, videos are great, social posts are great, all the FAQs, all the marketing is great, but I think the best way to introduce anybody to any of our products is to let them taste it. The products speak for themselves if they taste it. They taste great, they work, they fill you up. So in addition to new Crunch, in addition to a new fuel kit, we also debuted this weekend a brand new sampling pack that is available across all the markets, which you have the ability now to get, look at these numbers, 30 shake and 30 Crunch. So 60 samples plus 60 challenge brochures for 75 pounds or €99. Guys, that is an insane discount. You can even get 330 of each of them, 660 total, guys, for €999, 750. Insane discount. We're able to discount it, guys, because you get 100% QV, 50% BV. Reason we're doing this so cheap is we want to equip you as promoters to get samples in the market. If it were me, I would be buying this right now. I would be having everybody in my team buy this right now. I would make the samples disappear. And you guys know if you make 60 samples disappear, it's going to turn into customers or promoters. I'll do some easy math for you. You get one sample pack at €99, 75 pounds. You make 60 of them disappear this week. You're going to get at least one person that likes it and wants to promote it. becomes a board on an EPS, guys, if you're a director, you're going to pay for that sample pack on your Fast Start bonus the following week anyway. So sampling packs are going to be huge. I urge you guys to take advantage of that. Everything we rolled out on this webinar and this past weekend is live. So make sure you update your applications, your order forms, all that stuff is live inside ViNet. And the key, as we round out here in the last few minutes, guys, the key is focus. Focus. We had a lot of energy, a lot of stories, a lot of excitement, a lot of training, a lot of launches, a lot of things that now are brand new for you to bring to the market. But the key is to take all of that excitement and to focus it. So the one thing, if there's one thing you get out of this whole webinar, if there's one thing you get out of Madrid this weekend, is everybody needs to do a very simple thing between now and the end of the month. We call it a Fuel Up promotion, guys, which is very simple. Anybody that signs up on personal auto ship for a fuel kit or higher, that's a fuel kit, a boost, or a transformation, right? So you personally are on a fuel kit, a boost, or a transformation for your auto ship, and you personally enroll 1 new EPS or 2 new personal customers on a fuel kit or higher between now and the end of the month, you will win a free sample pack that I just showed you guys. That's a €100 value, a 75-pound value for a very simple action. All of you can do this. It is possible. It is easy. So immediately after this webinar, make sure you've upgraded to a fuel kit or higher if you haven't already. Put together a game plan to enroll 1 EPS or 2 new customers, depending on what you're focused on. Help everybody do that between now and the end of the month. Guys, that's going to get a whole new wave of people all throughout Europe promoting the challenge, and everybody will then get shipped out the brand new sample packs to make them disappear and turn them into promotions. Before we round out this call, I'm going to let my panel chime in with one quick statement or sentence. With everything going on, all the excitement, the Fuel Up promotion, I want all of them to give their #1 tip between now and the end of the month. We'll start with Laura, we'll go to Pete, and then we'll wrap with Steve. What do you guys got for me?
Well, focus on fuel, focus on that promo, guys. You know, just going out and I personally would invest in that sample pack. Just doing a little bit of math, you can break that down. If you have 30 samples of the crunch and 30 samples of the shake, that's 60 samples. You can break that up into 5-day trial packs. Now you can either go give that to your customers or you can go sell that, and you've got 6 people taking a 5-day trial on effectively a fuel kit. Convert that to fuel kits by the end of the month, and you've got about another 500 or 600 in customer volume. So I would take major action on fuel. I see fuel as an amazing engagement tool, a re-engagement tool, and just go have some fun with it, guys. You heard from Steve Mitchell. It tastes great. Have fun with it.
Great information there, Lara. I think he's pretty much summed it all up. I would say the same is to really take action with the crunch. Go for the sample box, and you know what? Go and contact all your old customers, all your current customers, and of course bring in new customers with this fantastic new product. So use the excitement of the launch, use the excitement of this event, use the excitement of the promotions with not only the promotion with the sample pack, but also, guys, ND, that retreat. Guys, like Steve Mitchell said earlier, start with the end in mind. Set your goal to be at that retreat. The best way to get to that retreat, get fuel out there. Get the fuel kit out there, get this out, get people trying it, get new promoters on board, get existing customers back, get that volume out, and get yourself to ND. Over to you, Steve.
And just reiterating what you and Lara have said, be definite, my friends. Everybody on this call, everybody on this webinar, be definite with the goal you want to achieve. Make the June goal. You upgrade, you take that Fuel Up promotion, you make sure you get that fuel kit, you get focused on that 1 EPS or 2 fuel kit customers, 2 new fuel kit customers, and you are going to get a whole sample kit ready to go into July. Then be definite with your goal in July. As Lara again there said, get rid of those products, get the sample of those products out there. Focus now for the next 90 days moving 1 sample pack. And the company is going to give you the first one by just taking the promotion. So get rid of a sample pack, okay, in July, August, and September. I guarantee you focus at that activity, at the base of the business, of your business. As Pete says, you will be at that ND retreat, hanging out with the VI millionaires, enjoying the VI equity and everything that comes of it. So that's really what I would say. Back to you, my friend Blake.
I love it, guys. Well, there you guys have it. A lot of new exciting news, new conversations, new products, new promotions, everything you need. And I truly believe this weekend, guys, mark just the beginning, day one of Vi's commitment to Europe. You guys are in the right place at the right time. You have first mover advantage. You have everything in place. Now all you got to do is make the decision, bring the desire, and apply action. So guys, upgrade your fuel kit today. Go into your auto ship, select fuel kit and above. Get that done today. Focus on, what are you doing? Are you going after the one EPS? Are you going after the 2 customers? How are you going to qualify for Fuel Up? You guys, there's events happening all over Europe. Make sure you know what events you're plugging into over the next couple days. And Jason O'Toole has committed to visiting whatever country has the most Fuel Up qualifiers by the end of this month. Jason O'Toole is going to be coming to your market to add fuel to fire. So guys, there you have it. Go out there and upgrade. Focus on your EPS you got between now and the end of the month. Let's bring Crunch out to the market. And thank you guys that made it out this weekend. And for those of you guys that didn't, hopefully you can get some of the excitement and some of the urgency and apply it immediately to grow your business and help us bring our mission all over Europe. We'll kick out this webinar recording in email, so you guys will have all the details along with the slides. Thank you guys for logging in. Thanks to my panel for great tips. And I see we're on the hour. So this call is officially wrapped. Have an amazing week, everybody. And go fuel up. Let's see who's going to do it first. Take care. This webinar is officially wrapped.